Barracuda. Oh, yeah. Sell me, sell you the purpose. Dive down deep now. See my hand, you. I think that you got the blues too. All that night and all the wrecks swam without looking back. Made for the western pools. Silly, silly fools.
Alright, so this middle section we're going to break it down into two parts. The first part is played by two guitars, exactly the same thing, and it's taken from a part from the verses. So we have a gallop figure going on, followed by 4 chords. Okay, so these sliding chords sort of from G to A, and then from D to E. And we've covered that in the verses. So they play exactly the same thing for 2 times. Now we go to the second part of this middle section, and the first guitar is playing just power chords. The first one is C to A. Now the second guitar is playing sort of arpeggiated patterns of these 2 chords, and the first one goes like this. Okay, so I'm not going to go into every little detail and showing you the notes, how to play them. You will see them on the tablature, but what I want to say is we kind of arpeggiate the C chord like that. Then we have a first inversion, so we move the fingers like that. So we have the third in the bass right now, right here at the 7th fret of the A string. Okay, and then we go into the A chord, kind of again arpeggiating it, and then we have again the first inversion with the hammer on, and then we add. This can be referred to as the sus4. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play slowly a couple of times, and on the tablature you will see exactly the notes how you can play. One more thing I'm going to add is I'm playing, when I play the C chord, the pattern here, I start with the A string on the 3rd fret. But I'm making this kind of stretch, but you can use actually the 8th fret of the low E string at the 8th fret. Okay, so slowly it would go like this. One more time. Also, when playing this pattern, make sure that you palm mute it. Okay, and also accentuate some of the notes. Alright, so after that we have another little part that is preceding the solo, and both guitars are playing exactly the same thing. And it goes like this. Again, we have the gallop figure, and then we have 3 chords played on the off beat, and the first chord is F sharp, power chord, G and A. Okay, and you can play them with an upstroke, so that will be on the off beat. So it goes like this slowly. Okay, and then after that we go into the solo, which goes like this. Alright, so during the solo, rhythm guitar is playing the parts from the middle section, which is starting with the C power chord to A, and then we include this riff. Okay, so that's what we do. We play the power chords, then onto the riff 2 times, and then again playing the power chords. And now onto the solo guitar. Alright, so the first lick goes like this. So here we start off with the gradual bend on the 15th fret on the B string. When we bend it up, then we hit the note one more time, bring it down fast and pull off to 12. And then go right into the high E string, 14th fret, and again, sort of similar idea, we have a gradual bend. While the note is bent up, hit it one more time, quickly bring it down, pull off to 12. And then we go. So this lick goes like this. On a high E we have 14, 15, 17. Onto the B string 14. Then again 15, 17. On the B, onto 14 on the G. Then we go 15, 16 on the G. Okay, so far. And then we have, which is 2 double stops played on the 12th fret of the G and the B strings, to 14, back to 12, and then we slide out from around 12th fret on the D string. Okay, so far we got this. Then the next lick goes like this. So here in the beginning we're just making some random noise. You know, it can be palm muted low E string, sort of sliding up to the 12th position, around 12th position. Then we have, which is a quick bend on the 14th fret of the B string. Bring it down, pull off to 12, and then play 14 on the D. Okay, next part. So here on the high E we go 12, 14, 15, back to 14, back to 12, pull off to open string, then onto the 12th fret of the B string. Then the next part. So again we start on the high E, 12, 14, 15, 17. Then we have a pre-bend, half a step up on the same fret. Bring it down, pull off to 15, and then we have a bend whole step. Again, bring it down, pull off to 15, and then onto the B string, 17th fret. So far we have this. Add some vibrato, and then the last licks. So here we have fretting with the same finger on the 15th fret of the high E and the B strings, and what we do, we hit the high E and also fret the 17th of the B string. So you hit the high E, then the 17th of the B, and pull off to 15, and repeat the same lick. Okay, so we do this about 4 times. Then we sort of slide out from the 16th fret of the G string to about 14, and then we finish it off on the double stop of the 12th fret on the D and the G strings. I'm sorry, G and the B strings. Okay, and we slide out. Alright, so after that we're back to the pre-chorus and chorus, which are exactly the same as we did previously. So it goes. And now instead of making a rest after the A chord, we hit the harmonics at the 7th fret, and we dive bomb them with the tremolo arm. And we go into this next section, which is sort of interlude, and it goes like this. Alright, so during the interlude, both guitars are playing different parts from each other, and they go for an effect rather than playing something melodic or some sort of riffs. So the first guitar, as we left it from the previous section with the harmonics at the 7th fret, then goes to 12, using G and the B strings, for example. Then he comes back to the 7th fret, but using the higher strings, so B or high E, and then adds a little figure like that, which is a sort of gallop figure 2 times played on the 7th harmonic of the B string, then frets the high E string at the 7th fret, plays 4 notes, then slides out on the A string, down and hitting the low E string open. Something like that. Then he plays the next figure, which goes like this. So he just hitting the D, G and the B strings at the 7th fret, like that, letting it ring out. Then have 2 muted strings, then hitting these strings again at the 7th fret, sliding out, and then again hitting the low E string open. Then sort of repeats the same idea, but this time adds in the end the harmonics of the higher strings at the 5th fret. Something like that. Then we play this. So 10th fret of the high E and the B strings, and you can add the vibrato with the whammy bar. Then we go to 12, playing exactly the same 2 strings. And then after that we go into this little figure which goes like this. Okay, so here we have sort of barring the first 3 strings at the 12th fret, and then playing, adding with the pinky 15 on the B, and then we sort of go down chromatically. So 15, then we switch to the 14, then we go again playing the 13 with the middle finger, and then we can add also with the pinky 15 on a high E, and then just at the 12th fret all of the 3 strings. So we play this for 3 times. I'm sorry, for 2 times. Okay, so we play this for 2 times like I said, and that's guitar number 1. Now guitar number 2 is in the beginning of the interlude, is playing also the harmonic at the 7th fret of the G string. Now it holds on to it for more than the first guitar, and then it's actually this note, so you can use either, and it stays on it for a while. Then afterwards he goes to the 12th fret of the B string, so we have, then on to the G string 14, then plays this little lick which is on the D14, G12, back to 14 on the D. So then repeats again the last part. So again 14 on the G, and then 14 on D, 12 to G, 14 on the D again. And then again just holds on onto these, either this harmonic at the 7th fret of the G string or 15th frets of the B string, until we go into this part. And the second guitar is playing exactly the same thing, but rhythmically it's a little bit different. So he plays sort of like a gallop again. And also using the whammy bar to create the vibrato. And after that we go into the ending. Now here 2 guitars are playing slightly different rhythmical figures to each other, and that is why you are hearing this sort of echoing effect. So the first guitar is playing this. Okay, so playing these 4 chords, E to F sharp to G on the lower register, and if you notice, now instead of playing them on the off beat, I play them on the on beat. So we have, okay, so we play this riff, this ending for 5 times. Now the second guitar is playing exactly the same thing as we did also in the middle section, but these chords are coming on the off beat, and it's actually playing them up here. Okay, so we have again F sharp, G to A. And like I said, these chords are coming on the off beat, so that's why we get this, like I said, sort of echoing effect. Okay, so just listen carefully. Like I said, this part, which is playing on the lower register, is hitting on the on beat. These 4 chords, E, F sharp to G, and the second guitar is on the off beat with the F sharp, G and A. And that's how the song ends. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. Also comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar related stuff. In the meantime, take it easy, peace, and as always, let the force be with you.